Hey guys, welcome. Now it's Friday the 13th, and this is pretty spectacular if you kind of really look at life and sequencing, how we manifest here, how we draw synchronicities, we draw signs. Like synchronicities and signs are proof of the real patterning that's out there that we're trying to reconnect with, as we found out on our last readings. And guys, I did not know they were going to be that many. That's just the way things turned out. Those were the messages, and I would have had no clue. I'm sitting there thinking, holy, this is a lot of messages, but I was called to keep going, and I've never worked as hard as I just worked. I'm still trying to recover from it. I don't feel well. The spaces and places that was traveled to get those messages. And I really want to make that clear at the channel. Guys, this isn't easy. These readings use my energy. Where we go uses my energy. And we are thus connected. And we are all thus but reflections of ourselves, right? You guys, there's a give and take here, right? And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to have us resonate and be together, and joining here together to heal, harmonize, and raise the vibration and do what we came here to do on mission work. But it's also honoring the fact too that this does take a toll on our being and our system, and we have to heal and we have to repair. And when we are actually gifted a piece of self, authentic self here in the 3D, it's always great. I've spoken about here that I've gotten the gift of understanding that, I am Arcturian, and healing came here to heal with the body, and that just the connection to, the builders, the building, the maintaining, the healing. And, looking at my patterning, seeing that my sun sign is in Pisces, the old, my moon sign being in Aquarius, the new, and my ascendant, which we've just been speaking about here, the way we project ourselves out into the world, is in Scorpio. It's like the universe is showing me I'm built for this transformation. I'm built to be here. I'm built to understand this. I'm built to make sense of this. This is part of my divine patterning. This is part of my divine blueprint. And they keep showing me the Kabbalah and the imagery for it and the tree of life and all the patterning. That's the imagery that keeps floating through my mind. And I believe they're sharing this information with me because it has to do with it being Friday the 13th and the 13 spheres of knowledge. Confirmation right there from the universe. So the 13 spheres of knowledge is the fruit of life, okay? Which is going to be connected to the tree of life. It's the fruit of life. We have the tree of life. And 13, if you think about it, is the number that is connected to unity here. If you look, we've got 12 seasons. There's 24 hours in a day, but they're divided into 12 a.m., 12 p.m. What's the magic number? +1, we get 13, the number of unity. And we know that they place fear here, the hack, the matrix, where there is very key pieces of sacred information. Now, Friday the 13th has been made to fear, but many people in other cultures don't believe that. I know me growing up with my Italian roots, we don't believe that. 13 is a manifestation number. It's a lucky number, and Friday the 13th is very lucky. There's also a deeper connection to this. Now, usually, right, there's 12 to 13 illuminations of the moon, right? That's why the Native Americans named the full moons. We've got, the sturgeon moon, the full flower moon, the strawberry moon, the pink moon, and there's usually 13 of them in a year, okay? our other connection to 13. But today, things get even more spectacular. We're just going to add a whole bunch more spectacularness around here. Mars goes direct, guys. Mars goes direct. This is connected to the masculine. We know the masculine is understanding the patterning of God, has connected to the coding of God, what's natural. That means that they are in the process of breaking free from the matrix, or have broken free from the matrix. And what they're doing is they're meeting up with us to do this, to expand this, because it has something to do with this, and we're going to move forth into New Earth. As well as they have shared a message, because we know we're having a rebirth, and we're having a rebirth of the center, and it's happening beyond time and space. And guys, bear with me. I did so much editing to put all this imagery in the last readings. I'm not going to be doing very much again, and I even said it the last time, but I kept going because I just know this symbology is what actually helps us to change and work with our subconscious mind. And I must be doing a reading because the matrix is acting up. So, you know what? We're going to do a little scribing today. Okay, guys, I got up because I was shuffling and get everything ready for the reading. I needed a minute. And I just really needed a minute. And I was walking to just take it, and this is what I mean. So the cards fell. And they've fallen over in a pile here, and I want you to see we've got all these cards up, but these cards here are down. So we're going to receive the message together. The Six of Swords. We're moving away. Oh, from our Five of Wands charge. Or are we moving towards our Five of Wands charge? That's almost like, I feel like the message, the messages, we're voyaging within to the center of it. That's why we're having a rebirth. This is the message. So, we're voyaging deep within to have a rebirth of this center. This is what we're going to remove. This is the bug and blip within the matrix. Of course, it's connected to the Five of Wands charge. Why wouldn't it be? Now, let's see what's next. Within the sequence, okay, so we're going to need strength to do so. Strength means something. I can already tell. A message is coming through. Strength means something. It's the power of 3. It's connected to the triangle, the strongest shape. And, of course, the Lovers. The shape we are making of unconditional love. But remember, it's a positive and a negative charge. So one's coming from, as above, so below. But it's to the power of 3. We're coming together. We know that the divine masculine is awakening to the patterning of God. And that means they're doing the work to remove the bug of the matrix and connect to the tetragrammatron, the code of source. That's what we're doing. We came here to be able to connect and read and create with the patterning and codes of the divine source energy, because that's what this is. This is it's our disconnection. This is where we've been hacked. We were hacked. The coding that connects us to the divine, to source energy, was hacked by the matrix, and it's connected to the Five of Wands charge within. So we know we're going to have a rebirth of the center that's happening beyond time and space, and it is connected to our connection. And now I've healed from my own personal Five of Wands charge that all these cards just fell on the ground, and guys, I'm just a little tired. But that means I also need to honor the feminine and get some rest. But we got to get these messages, and I love you guys, okay? And the card that was on the bottom of the deck was the Emperor. But this tree this is connected to you. This tree within the Lovers, they're telling me, is connected to you. And the connection to, you know, the most sacred tree and where we're having our rebirth. So we're coming together where we're having our rebirth beyond time and space. And remember, then we're going to enter New Earth together. That's what we're going to do. And it's connected to the Magician. And we found out the Magician is learning how to harness the power of lightning. That's our connection to the feminine and life, creation. Something is being balanced out by this. And the masculine is balancing their karmic scales. That is for sure. And we remember within the Six of Wands here that new patterning has been created of us and self through the work that the masculine's been doing. And feminine, you have it within you. Masculine, you have feminine within you. We know we're on a repeat sometimes. Okay, now we're going to do some scribing. Okay. I've written it exactly how it's been shown to me from how it is. And it's just like receiving telepathic information is never like how you think it is. It's not like you just hear talking in your head. That's not how it works. And if you've done it before, you understand that. It's like a download of information that you start to process and understand. This scribing is much the same thing. Well, for myself, I'm not going to start speaking for other people. And it's, you know, a combination of, you know, feeling it out and then putting it together within the 3D and just letting it flow pen to paper. Not, you don't, you know, try to not let your left brain, you know, get control. But that's where we have to honor the masculine within the right way. It's like the feminine is leading, the masculine is there to aid in the expansion. It's like dancing, right? Really, the feminine is leading and the masculine is dancing with her, and it's all the, you know, the beautiful extensions. Who knew, right? Who knew? Now, this is what they show me. Friday the 13th here, we're going to put it up like this. Judgment to balance. We need to balance. And judgment is it. They showed it to me through the card of judgment and what that means. It's like universal principles. How the universe is judging how we operate through our truths. The Eight of Cups to create the equality, But this Eight of Cups to create the equality is connected to what's being reflected back to us, and that's a reminder. And they made that clear with me. That's a reminder. King of Swords, that is connected to the awakening, to the truth, the 1111 portal, and what was activated. This is connected to the Three of Swords, the pain, the connection to the pain that we're removing. But we're removing it within a way that we didn't think we would. And that's part of the reminder and part of the reflection. The High Priestess is here to show us our connections to the information within the higher realms, the divine plan, and the blueprint. And that blueprint is connected to us, codes, key codes. And they made it very clear that it was us, codes, key codes, and information. I don't know what that information means, but of course I'm going to ask the Starseed Tarot. So stay tuned. But guys, as promised, and this is happening through death and transformation, the Death card. As promised, we were going to do some scribing. We didn't get a chance to last time because holy on 11/11, I was trying to load everything up. YouTube stopped working. I had Soul Tribe members trying to help me figure everything out. Nothing was working on the channel. YouTube was completely down. I didn't know if we were going to make it. I was getting ready to go to bed. I was really like wanting to get everything up for the channel. And then I was wondering, like, do we just go to bed and honor body, honor the feminine? And it was funny because the second that I went to go to bed and honor the feminine, YouTube started working. So I just loaded everything up, and you know what I thought? Go figure. I know sometimes maybe things seem confusing or overwhelming, but guys, you got to know, I'm just working with the energies. The information is the information. You guys get to it. When you guys get to it, do what you feel called to do. And we know that the masculine is working, connecting to, working through the patterning of God, understanding this. Okay? Where are we going? Where am I being called to go and start? Oh, that's right too. And guys, we have the Cat Tarot here because it was so incredible to find out on our last reading. I think it was, I think it was in part 3 that, you know, we've channeled messages. We found out we're working with the cat through the cup. The cat's protecting us. We keep getting messages of the cat, and then we got the message of cat. And so I was called to have the Cat Tarot, and I'm feeling called to start there. So we're going to start there, and we're going to see what's happening this Friday the 13th. And we're connecting to the 13 spheres of knowledge. Woo! Okay, there it is, from channeled information, from scribing. The Eight of Cups in the deck that they showed me from the Cat Tarot. That's the image they placed within my head. We need to drink water. We're not drinking water. We need to drink water. Water is a deep part of this purification and transformation. The sun and the moon and the heavens, our starseed roots and homes, are telling us we need to drink water. And where we get our water, blessed water, how we treat our water, what we do with our water, it's all important right now. How we drink our water. Like, put your coffee cups down, put your juice down, put your pop down, even put your tea down. Right now, it's about the water. And I know there's a lot of great herbal teas, guys, but they're showing me that there's a deep connection right now to just water. Remember, we're going back to what's natural, and it doesn't mean we're going to stay there forever either. But there's something deep with just drinking water. Okay. Judgment. There's the other card. So it's happening through the Two of Pentacles. So restoring balance through the earth. But this is the main energy right here. The Ten of Wands. The fight has been won. The spoils are yours, but you're weary from the battle. Understanding you're exhausted, look at the goodies you've acquired. It may be the home stretch, but it's not time to let your guard down. Don't take on more than your fair share of burden and responsibility. Believe it or not, you have even more treats coming your way, but it'll take a little longer. Now, we're connecting to the energy of our ancients through judgment. There's a deep connection right now to us in ancient Egypt. Mesopotamia, the cradle of life, the great pyramids, the foundation that's been laid out. They really want me to see this card. Guys, I kid you not, it's another connection and message of being gifted. And clever or not everyone can wrangle the treat out of the cat toy, but you're one smart cookie. Seven of Pentacles, your commitment to your vision of your singular focus means rewards are coming your way, bringing tremendous satisfaction. Things may seem a bit tedious right now. It happens with anything worth pursuing. Just keep moving forward and it will pay off. And like, look, we're moving forward. Guys, they're telling us that even though we're tired, even though this may feel really difficult, even though we're wondering if there's an end in sight, there is. And then there's a third eye activation here. And we're going to find out what it is right now. What is it? What is this third eye activation? What's happening here? Okay, guess we're not... Oh, okay. We're about to enter Sagittarius season right after the new moon in Scorpio, right? Now, thank you to the karma cards. Okay, guys? This is a beautiful gift to be able to follow our intuition and to have it lead us to where we're going. And I was even, that's why I was like, no, I was doubting myself. And then they're like, no, Nicole, this is right. You were right first. It's okay. And I listened and I followed through and I learned something for myself. Because you know what? When the messages are really important, I don't want to make a mistake. And it's just remember not to get in frantic energy. Remember, we are in charge of our energy. And this is a beautiful time of transformation. And of course, we're going to want this energy present because we're going to need it after everything we've just been through. Okay? Sagittarius, the centaur. Astrological symbol, an arrow. November 23rd to December 21st. The arrow of Sagittarius represents Chiron, the bow-wielding centaur, half man and half horse. First doctor of herbal medicine and sage to Achilles. First doctor of herbal medicine to sage and Achilles, okay? Now Chiron... Is Chiron here? You know what's funny, guys? Chiron is here somewhere on the table. And Chiron is helping us to collect pieces of self. Yeah, look. You know what's... I didn't go through all the channeled cards that they showed me because we received the pile on the ground. And I thought we don't need a repeat of another 4 readings. But within the sequence, the rest of the sequence, they showed me, of course, the masculine is now grounding through the earth after the new pattern that's been created from raising their vibration from the underworld. And now they've taken back their energy. They're understanding that, you know what, I'm taking back my energy. I'm going to create over here. I've reconnected to the feminine within, and now I'm doing what I need to do. I'm creating what I need to create. I'm on mission work. They showed up to the party, and now we're being gifted. And we know the feminine had to go first. She's the 13 spheres of knowledge. This makes complete sense. And the masculine then showed up to help her expand what she's been seeking. We're being gifted of the reconnection within. And we know La Luna's been helping us to journey by moonlight and to continue to create with our Two of Cups, which is connected to the Eight of Cups, inscribing, right? So we really got to drink our water. And that they show me right now that that's connected to the comet, and comet is connected to Chiron, as we found out when we received this message. And Chiron is the wounded healer that's helping us to collect the pieces of our light. And we're going to collect the pieces of our light, and we're gonna repair everything within, all the working pieces, and then we're gonna have a rebirth of the center, but it's gonna be whole. And it's not gonna look the same as before. It's gonna be transformed. And that's the gift of Chiron. And that's connected to, right now, we know, the gateway of mortality, the 1111 portal, the action and the craftsmanship, the work that the masculine has been doing to master themselves, and where we're having our rebirth, where we are having our refocus, our recenter, our clarity regifted to us, our codes. We've reactivated the codes, the connection, the natural coding of the earth, of patterning here, of sequencing, of what we need to connect to be fed what's natural, to feed into what's natural. And as we're fed what's natural and we feed into what's natural, we're going to heal, we're going to activate dormant DNA, and we're going to help the earth to raise her vibration and heal. And we're going to lay in this patterning for the rest of the collective. This is what we came here to do. So, the legend of Chiron may have started out with stories of a wise and skillful hunter, perhaps the leader of the first tribe to hunt on horseback. As hunting parties of different tribes crossed paths, they could have exchanged stories of Chiron's deeds as they sat under the sky discussing the faraway lands and the different religions. But look, they're all having something reflected back of connection. Philosophies and customs they had learned about their long journeys made possible by travel on horseback. And this sounds to me like creators and communities of the builders of the golden ages coming together. But guys, it's not new. Like, we call it New Earth, but it's not new. It's been written in the stars. It's been written. This is connected to the past. This has been started off from the dawns of time. We're just going to make things right now. We just had to wait this long in order to do it, but we're going to do it now. Okay? Sagittarius is associated with travel and broadens the mind, higher learning, the widespread dissemination of knowledge, the great outdoors, natural healing, religions, philosophies, customs, and laws. All things foreign, the part of the body ruled by Sagittarius is the thighs. And people born during this time function best when they're learning and teaching. Ooh, I must have some Sagittarius in me. Guys, I look at my birth chart every day and then forget what's in it. That's such a Piscean thing. Like, it's being able to empty that container at any time and then fill it up. It's like and it's also a beautiful gift, but it's, my Aquarius side gets so scared. It's like, no, don't. We have to hold on to everything. Because we're going to understand all this knowledge. We have to analyze it. And Pisces is like, no, we don't. We're connected to the all. We have access to it whenever we want. And it's going to shapeshift. It's going to change. It's never going to look the same anyways. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're doing. Ooh, I'm going to dump it out right now. Watch me, Aquarius. Watch me. Watch me. And I'm like, it's gone. I'll never have it back. And Pisces knows. Pisces knows. And then I have it back within a different form. Now I've learned to trust Pisces. Aquarius has learned to trust Pisces. Aquarius completely trusts Pisces now, most of the time. But sometimes Pisces can lead me astray and drink from that cup. Because, that my Pisces side, when, is feeling some sort of way, I want to drink from the cup. There's a connection there. If you guys are a Pisces, we're not going to go into it. We're going to have 6 parts to this reading, okay? Go into that another day. But Pisces is connected to Neptune, which is connected to addiction, which is connected to the destruction of self. But it's through something destroying us, like our environment is destroying us, the unspoken energies, right? The blip in the matrix. The blip in the matrix that's not allowing us to get to the natural coding that we need to thrive. It's killing us. So it's like, it's the same connection to creation. It's like there's a Death Star and it's a Life Star. And drinking from that cup feeds us as it depletes us. And it's connected to the all, but it's destruction. And we're not here to do that. We're here to grow, have growth and expand through what seems very fucking hard. Woo, Friday the 13th gets me feeling some sort of way sometimes, guys. I was born on Friday the 14th. I haven't spoken to my counterpart since Friday the 13th of 2018 in April. Okay, I know, I'm still popping off, man. Part 7, loaded up. Okay, guys, I love you. Ooh, the Queen of Wands, and I had the Queen of Wands in this all too, but I was like, guys, there's gonna be, I just really wanted to dwindle things down because there's 2 more cards here, because I did not want things to be so long. We have the 6 of Cups with the 6 of Swords, and that's another card they've been showing me. So, and yeah, it's because it's right here. Confirmation. So this is where we're going within to that 5 of Wands charge that we're removing, and that's feeding off of our flame. Guys, this is feeding from our flame, and we need our flame right now to be lit. That's what they're telling me. Now, the Queen of Wands understands this. This is the connection we know right now between the masculine and the feminine, and the download that was received in the portal, and the portal's still active, and it's connected to our connection and our purification. And Scorpio. And there it is. There we're doing it. From fire to earth. Through the Knight of Swords. The energy of youth. But the Empress is here. Look, there's our rebirth. And our rebirth is through the Page of Wands. 1111. There's our connection to the Wands. This was the other card in the sequence that they showed me. The Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands. But guys, seriously, if I showed you every card they showed me in the sequence, we would have 9,000 readings. Sometimes I just gotta go with my gut and know what I'm knowing because I'm knowing it. But I do try to share as much as I can with you guys because I want you guys to understand. Now the Queen of Coins is here through wish fulfillment. Now we have the masculine and feminine meeting up. And this is what we're doing. Through the earth, we're expanding. And it's happening right here. And remember that we're going to enter New Earth together. Yeah, confirmation. Didn't even notice. Right here. King and Queen of Earth. We've taken back our energy and we've restored it now and reconnected to the earth. What's natural, and the Tetragrammaton. The code and patterning of source itself. Now we're going to manifest. What's happened here? Okay, let's see. The Page of Swords. Okay. So, the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords are meeting up, and this is expanding through our truths. This is having an activation of our truths. Let's see what it's connected to. We're going to use the Starseed Oracle. What's it connected to? No? Okay. This time, they're clear. We're going this way. The Wild Unknown Tarot wants to speak. It was getting very loud. I feel like this, what they're saying to me is, this is all connected right now to the voyage we're having. This message will be connected to the voyage we're having within and what the High Priestess wants to share with us. It's going to be very sacred. I'm almost feeling a little bit ill here. Here we go. Okay. There it is. And it's connected to our transformation that we're going to have after we remove this. What that's connected to. And at the end of the day, it's connected to a Three of Swords situation. Always. Okay. Father of Cups, diplomatic, open-minded. The Father of Cups has a truly unique and dynamic personality. He is the most feminine of all the fathers within the tarot, and usually a patron of the arts. He is a dignified man who supports his family and community. This is the man of New Earth. This is a man that's transformed. This is a man that's woke and learned how to nurture, learned how to use the feminine energy. Everything we just discussed. The only thing holding this man back are his deeply rooted insecurities. They are vast and affect his personality in many unpredictable ways. So the masculine now going to have to heal from this expansion. And that's the masculine within us. Okay, now we're going to close it on out with the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Thank you, Rebecca Campbell. And I love you guys. And we're going to be having our new moon. Mamma mia, it almost burned again. I'm going to maybe have to rethink this candle, but hey. I don't know. Sometimes I like a little danger. That's why sometimes I like that cup. And they got a knot. No. The cosmic heart, devotion, potency make your life a moving prayer. And you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Guys, we're understanding what we need to understand. We're seeing what we need to understand. The unspoken languages are speaking to us. And this is why we need to heal with the flame. The Five of Wands charge. The blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. And we know it, guys, right? These are connected to those light codes. What we came here to do. We're about to expand, guys. We're about to evolve even more. And it has to do with integrating more of the heavens here in the earth. We're about to, for anyone who's getting really far in the transformation work, what you find out is you don't get more concrete in the 3D. When you start raising your elevation, you start becoming more of the environment. You actually start to be able to break up your energy and you become more fluid. You become less concrete. And that's what we're doing. It's like we need to understand that we're raising our vibration to literally integrate into the environment and to become more fluid. And it's going to change us. It's going to change how we feel. It's going to change how we communicate. It's going to change how we do things. It's going to change how we think. It's going to change how we feel. But this matters. We matter. This is important. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. And remember this. Please remember this. This is also why we're here together. So you guys know we're not alone. And whatever other sources that you have for yourself, the community that you're connecting with and building with, so that you know you're not alone. And the cat is here to tell us we're not alone too. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality. And am I ever figuring this out the farther along I get on my expansion? Holy macaroni, man. This allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have been under an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Oh, all the things I'm doing right now too, guys. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals and we need to love. We have company and support of others, both emotionally and physically. And this is also true, guys, for much time, I just thought I'm just gonna need no one and I'll just be fine. And then wondering, why do I need to have somebody? But understanding through reflections that we are social animals, that we didn't come here to go about this life alone. But if you are in a time alone, it's reflecting back to you something you need to see. And a reminder of the fact that you're not alone. And the unspoken languages, they're always around us, communicating with us. Everything, life is communicating to us all the time. If anything, sometimes this is all true. We do have to retreat and just, get back to center, get back to self. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of the things like social media, with so many people knowing our news. What is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. And this is what we're going to heal from and build with, right, guys? The main message of this is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life, to replenish when you need, but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. Is there a way you can open yourself up, of course, to people physically in your life and those you truly know? And it's being reflected back to us. The cosmic hearts. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You're being called to refocus your attention deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart. And we remember that our heart is our dial tone. It's like we're the radio and it's like the buttons. It's the buttons that are helping us tune into the frequency that's in our head. To bow with deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you're doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment. Recenter, reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart. Get back to the essence of what you're about. Devote your life to what you care about. Then turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now you're being called to plant your soul's seeds and sing to them with deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what it is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. And how can we do this? That's what we're being asked right now. How can we achieve this? The blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. This is a time of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of a spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. And there's our connection to that previous message, okay? Everywhere they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. Guys, Arcturians are blue. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical Kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it is much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. Straight truth talking. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate. An awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred. And give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. So maybe we gotta slow down a bit and see, you know what? We just want this to end, but it's not gonna end in which the manner we think it's going to. So we just need to slow down, and that might allow some more natural patterning for to appear for us. And you'll know if that's being reflected back to you. You'll know by your energy and what source is telling you. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Guys, I love you. I really do. Remember, surrender to divine timing. Let it go. Create within the moment. Be. Happy Friday the 13th. Because, right, it's a lucky day. And whatever knowledge you're connecting to, remember, it's a blessing and a gift from the divine to be here, even if we're feeling lower vibed. That knowledge is one of the biggest gifts. And just to be thankful that we get to receive it. And for a long time, people haven't had access to this. But we're doing it. We're breaking it down to repair it and build it back up. But the way it was meant to be. And that's humbling and that's beautiful. I love you guys, okay? Take care.